Hello and welcome back to the Players Club podcast. This is season 2, episode 24. Shout out Kobe. We are getting super close to the end of the semester. Bryan, you had a little something for me.
I did. What do you call a hen that counts her eggs?
I don't know.
A mathema chicken.
Oh my god.
The Morning Corny, presented to you by the Bobby Bones Show. Shout out moms.
Oh my god.
Shout out moms.
My mom be listening to radio stations with like jokes like that, except they're like Bible version.
Oh,
it's
no.
just like even.
So my mom listens to this country morning show station called the Bobby Bones Show. And he does a morning corny every day. So they do a corny joke. I can tell you yesterday's before we get started.
Sure, yeah, please do.
Oh, that's the wrong chat.
That's even worse than I thought it was going to be.
What do you call a cow that just gave birth?
Ground beef. I don't know.
Decaffeinated.
See, that one I don't hate. That's stupid, but I like that one better than
How do crabs honor their mom's birthday?
Well, okay, so we're doing
I'll give you two more.
How do crabs honor their mom's birthday?
Yes. They celebrate. What do astronomers like to drink? That's the last one.
Space milk? I don't know.
You're close. Starbucks.
Only one I liked was the decaffeinated one. I thought that was clever.
I got one off the dome. What do you call a cow in an earthquake?
I don't know.
A milkshake.
Okay, and we are gonna just move past that. You had a little, the Masters just finished.
Sports now?
Yeah, sports now. Let's quickly, please.
So the Masters this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw who won. Did you see who won?
Bryson DeChambeau.
Wrong. Scottie Scheffler.
Scottie Scheffler
won the Masters.
I don't know why that name is on my
Scottie Scheffler won the Masters 2 years ago. Right, in 22. He lost to Jon Rahm in 23. And he reclaimed his title in 24.
How did Jon Rahm do this year?
Not good. So,
is it hard to repeat? Like, is it typically like the following year they just like fall off or what?
Technically, it's always hard to play there, unless your name is Tiger Woods. And then, it's come and go. Everyone's blaming John for doing bad because he went to live. It is what it is. Literally why he's being blamed.
That's dumb.
But yeah, I mean, Scottie Scheffler is the number one golfer in the world, regardless of tour or anything. He's literally on like a prime Tiger. Well, I'm not even gonna say that. He's on like a prime Phil Mickelson run without Tiger.
Do you think he's boring? Because
Scottie Scheffler?
Bernthal was like in class the other day talking about like he just used to be like more exciting on camera and like.
Well, I mean, he's not Tiger, but he's just.
He just said he was meh, and I was just like, I don't know.
He is meh. He is just really meh. A lot of people think he's got the TISM a little bit. Yeah. Not trying to be disrespectful or anything. I've just seen comments, people actually saying he has it. But shout out to him. He won his second Masters, has a kid on the way. Shout out baby Scheffler. Literally said he would have left the Masters, would have withdrawn if his wife went into labor while he was mid-playing, with the lead.
Wow.
He said even if he was winning on Sunday, on like the 17th hole, he would have withdrawn to get on the flight instantly. Shout out to him. That takes a lot.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. He won it, and I don't know if you know the tradition in the Masters is the previous champion gives the jacket. So they're saying that he got his jacket back because he gave it to Jon Rahm and now just got it back. And then Jon Rahm had to give it to him this year.
That's cool.
Because it's so he won. So I don't remember who. I can't remember who won it in 21. The one after Dustin Johnson, the one before him, I really can't remember. So then he got the jacket. He then had to give it to Jon Rahm in 23, and now Jon Rahm had to give it to him. So,
I like that. That's funny.
Yeah. So people are like, "Oh, he got his little lick back."
Mm-hmm.
He got like that. Like he said, "Give me my green jacket back."
Yeah.
So they get to keep it for the whole year. So they just gave him his same jacket. I'm pretty sure. Literally, just gave him the same jacket he had.
It's not a new one for every year.
I probably, but I don't.
So
think,
if you won,
I don't think
like,
Tiger Woods has 5 different jackets. I'm gonna be honest with you.
For
I don't
real?
think so.
Why not?
Maybe. Well, Tiger won like back to back, so I think it's like that's just stupid to have him.
Why don't you just make a new jacket every
They
year?
probably make a new jacket, but it also has to like. They're also all different sizes, so how do they know like? I guess they
That's
make it like on Sunday maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. But they get to keep it for a whole year, so he has it now for the year, and come next year April he has to give it back.
So like, but
it gets put into their locker. It gets put in the locker that they have. So in the Masters, there's a locker room and then there's a Champions locker room.
Yeah.
So if you win anytime in the Masters, you automatically go to the Champions locker room. So it gets put in your locker.
But you don't get to keep it like in your house
for a year.
But after that, it's just
it has to go back to the Masters.
That's dumb. I want that jacket forever. Bro.
So then you wear it. So then you're invited to the Masters every year because you won it, and you get to go to the Champions dinner. So you put on your jacket there, and everyone eats at the dinner. They take the photo of the Champions dinner with the champion in the middle, everyone else around them, and you all have your green jackets on, and you're all just wearing obviously different colored ties and different colored shirts and stuff like that, but everyone wears the green jacket. So shout out to Scottie Scheffler, man. He's really the GOAT right now. They're like, it's crazy because you can't even say he's on a Prime Tiger run because Prime Tiger's absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
Like, Prime Tiger had minus odds to win the Masters that 1 year. He had minus 125. That's absurd. That means if you would have bet, you would have lost money.
Yeah.
That's absurd to think about. Like,
I mean, they literally made the course harder because he was too good, right?
No, they made the course harder because everybody's hitting the ball farther, a.k.a. Bryson DeChambeau. So they had to extend a couple holes because it was just like there was a par 4. Yeah, I think it's a par 4. One of the most iconic holes, I think it's 13 or 12. And they used to go driver. Some people were like, they used to go driver 8-iron onto that hole. Now they got to go, or they used to go 3-wood 8-iron. Now they have to go driver like 4-iron to get onto the green on the same amount of shots. I think it's still a par 4. They just made it longer because everybody's hitting the ball so much farther.
Yeah.
That it's like you literally have to extend it to make it a harder hole. So they did that. That's the only thing that is different from not OG Augusta, but from the past Augusta, that they extended it in like COVID. So a lot of people are saying it's a lot harder.
How did the COVID one go? Was it just
they did it in November. So it's usually in April. It's the first Master of the year. They did it in November. Because remember, the whole world,
everything stopped.
And the whole world shut down. There was no baseball. There was no basketball. There was no golf. There was no sports. The whole world stopped. So everything was pushed back. So they did it in November, and then had to do it like in April the next year when everything went back to normal. So that's the only time. Like they had already moved it to schedule it.
That's a quick turnaround
for the Masters. Yeah, because then they just went back to normal schedule because they were like, okay, we'll just do, social distancing. That sounds like it's a myth. Now?
No, for real.
Right?
That was a term that was thrown around.
I know, right?
So commonly.
And so Dustin Johnson was like, he won it in November, then had to go back and play in 21 and did so bad. But they're saying that, weather affects it. That's why he won in November. He won in November because they're like, oh, he never win again because different weather. That's the only reason he took advantage of that. Like the weather, it's more humid in November and in Georgia, it's a little bit more humid and colder, rather than drier now in the spring. Yeah. Or I think actually vice versa.
I was about to say I don't think it's.
I don't know. I just know every time I go.
It's definitely drier and colder.
Every time I go to Georgia, it's just always humid. Don't matter what time of the year it is. That's
valid.
When
I went to Atlanta in August, it was hot.
And I went to Atlanta in July. I wanted to cry. I thought I could deal with heat being from South Florida. Hot Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta for a reason, bro.
But yeah, now shout out to Scottie Scheffler, second in 3 years, which is crazy to think about. Man, I kid you not, he probably has the best odds to win it next year.
Really?
Yeah, he's so freaking fantastic, and he's just good at golf. And he's so unconventional. I don't know if you've seen his swing.
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, I need to show you.
Yeah, show me. I don't even know. I know what
it's so unconventional that people actually can't comprehend how he is good at.
Does it just look like an amateur swing?
No, it's his feet. Because look at his feet.
I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna have to explain that to me.
Well, do you see they call it the Scottie Shuffle? Because the feet don't normally move like that.
Show me again.
I'll show you a slow motion one. Look at his feet, how they move. See how they slide like he loses his balance?
Yeah.
Usually, it's like a baseball swing. You stay put. You just twist. He
his ankle turns.
He slides his foot. His foot slides back because he loses he's off balance. It's kind of crazy that he's actually so good. But hey, swing your swing, man. Not every swing is the same.
For real.
Not every swing is the same. Not everybody can swing it like Tiger used to swing it. Nobody. John Daly used to turn around so much that people thought he was actually crazy. He'd basically be facing backwards.
Before he swung?
Yeah, and that's how he generated so much strength. He had the longest drive on tour with the stuff they used back then that they used it to new material. and his average drive, like he was hitting 300s back in the early 2000s, late 90s. Like he would have been like with that swing with this material, he would have been averaging literally 380, 390, which is actually like because they obviously technology and the ball and all that.
Yeah.
It was crazy what he was doing back then. So to have a swing like that and be successful, or not be successful, but as successful as he is absolutely crazy.
But, speaking of swings, baseball is also getting into the early season. How many games are they
in already?
Yeah.
Well, the Marlins are 3-14, so 17. That's how I got to base it. So, 17, 18 games.
Who was the umpire you were talking about?
Angel Hernandez.
Yeah. Isn't he? How's he not fired yet? I know his name, and I don't even watch baseball because I know how bad he is.
He literally filed a claim saying that if they did, it'd be racial discrimination because he's Hispanic.
Oh, my goodness.
Because he's Hispanic and they'd be
Is he the only Hispanic umpire?
No. He's just a Cuban-American umpire.
Bro.
I don't know. He makes us look bad. He makes us Cubans look bad, I swear.
That's not...
Yeah. Actually, I need to show you that video. He struck out Rangers rookie Wyatt Langford on 3 straight pitches. And I put Wyatt, and it says Wyatt Langford strike call. Look at the at-bat. There's the first one.
Outside the...
Right. And I know it's a slider, so it is sliding, but there's a second one. Wait till you see the third one. It's so,
And that's not even a strike?
He struck him out. That's not even close. That's not even close.
I'm surprised the
strikeout pitch missed by 6.78 inches.
Who was the batter?
Rookie Wyatt Langford.
I'm surprised he wasn't maybe.
Well, he's a rookie too, but he's also just a blue collar guy. The strikeout pitch missed by 6.78 inches, which was the worst miss on a called strikeout in umpire auditor history. Look at that.
I mean,
look at where the circle is and look at where the line is.
New record.
Jacob.
Everybody and their mom has to have known that was not.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. I'd be pissed if I was hitting that or trying to. There's no way.
He called a strike on 7 pitches that missed by 3+ inches, the most in a game since 2020.
And who was the last time that did it? Was it him?
Probably him. Mm-hmm. But also, I'll never forget. He's just so bad, man. He's actually bad. I found out through a TikTok video that umpires with 2 strikes expand the zone. Uh-huh. So the plate is 16 inches.
Yeah.
So they'll count, if it's a ball outside, literally the size of a baseball outside, they usually have to count that. They're told to count that because it's really, really close. Now with 2 strikes, it goes to a ball and a half outside. Mm-hmm. So, it goes about, what's a baseball? I think it's 4.5. 4.5, 5 inches, I think is the what's the circumference or diameter?
Circumference.
We're not math majors.
This is not a math podcast.
Right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
The baseball, so it's they go 1 baseball and another half outside with 2 strikes. That's what they're told to call, but a lot of them sometimes they won't because they know it's too far outside.
I didn't even see that in real time.
You don't,
that's
but
great.
You see that's really freaking bad.
Yeah.
And you're just okay, I can't call that.
Yeah. Because
that's doing a disservice to the sport.
Mm-hmm.
But he also had 5 calls overturned in a playoff game against the Red Sox and the Yankees. Literally all 5 calls were wrong. So they reviewed it, and every single one was overturned. He set a record.
How does he not?
He was at first base.
Him outside
he was at first
stadium,
base.
bro.
He wasn't even behind home plate. Oh, trust me, I'm surprised he hasn't had threats on his name yet.
Yeah, he definitely has. People have definitely threatened him.
But you know what I mean. But yeah. Oh, if you fire me, I'm gonna say it's racial. It's racial. Discrimination.
Low-key smart for him to do that, so he can't get fired. But it's also dumb, because it's
you're just bad at your job, bro.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if you were white as snow. Mm-hmm. You're still bad at your job, bro. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
That's the one thing I think needs to change about baseball is how much power the umpires have, because it seems
it's like every sport though. It's like every sport.
I think the NFL is the only one where the refs actually get punished for being bad at their job.
It is.
Because the NBA is the same issue. The refs don't have power.
That's what I'm saying. What's Tony Brothers?
Yeah.
Right? We've seen what he's done. The dude from the Celtics guy, that one that they found out that, what was it, his whole family was Celtics fans.
Wasn't Tony Brothers the one? He's the black dude with like the
big eyebrows. Yeah. No, he's the big eyebrows. Yeah.
He was like, you heard the story that Jeff Teague told about him?
Of course I heard that story.
He said, who them hoes?
Sitting courtside. He said, that's my mama.
That's my mama and my aunt, bro.
That's my mom and my sister. What are you doing?
Like, bro.
And then he tried to kick him out.
Yeah.
And he was like, you just, like, how are you going to get mad at me? Like, that's a valid reaction.
Yeah, and we all know, the man that ruined Chris Paul's career.
Scott Foster.
I mean, he didn't ruin his career, but he definitely has beef with a lot of people.
Somebody said that they'll call Chris Paul. Oh, it was Jeff Teague. He said, hey, man, he said, Scott, I'm going to call Chris Paul on your ass. And he's like, Chris Paul ain't got your number?
Oh, yeah, I did hear that. Chris Paul ain't got your number.
And he was like, damn, he's right. Like, I can't even get mad at that. That's a good one, though.
That's a good one. He got him.
At least Scott Foster knows that, like, he's got beef with Chris Paul. Or it might be a one-sided beef. He doesn't have beef with Chris Paul. He just calls the games bad because he sucks. But, yeah, umpires are killing the game. Marlins are making me want to, do really, really bad things to myself.
You really want to go into it so you can take over because of how bad they're running it right now.
I do. If you don't know, that's why a couple episodes ago I left to go answer my phone call, which meant I was accepted into my master's program. Woo! So shout out. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Is there applause on here?
Hey, we're not recording that, but.
Oh, we're not?
No. You can't hear it,
but there was
there's a cheer track.
I should have been using this the whole time. Not on here, just for us. Anyways.
So, I said I wanted to go into Masters of Business, of Sports Management to run the Marlins to make them make them win.
Because didn't they just do something else stupid like yesterday or something? I heard you yelling about something. I don't know what it was. Oh, here we go. Yep, get into it.
So, Max Meyer is a rookie, technically, because he played one game in 2022 before coming out for his second game and then getting hurt. Tommy John.
Yeah.
Misses out the whole 2023 season. So he comes back and he makes the opening day roster. Only reason he made the opening day roster is because the Marlins have 3 pitchers hurt. So they converted one reliever to a starter. Literally the dumbest thing they could have done because he's bad. He's bad in one inning. Mm-hmm. So what makes you think he's going to be good in more than one inning?
Mm-hmm.
Edward Cabrera was hurt coming out of spring training. Yuri Perez got hurt in spring training. And Alcantara was already out, so we knew he wasn't going to be on the roster. So because he had Tommy John at the end of last season in November, so we knew, you're done.
Yeah.
Right? So he was done. He's out for this season. Yuri Perez had Tommy John at only 20 years old. He's just turned 21.
Oh, dang. That sucks.
I think yesterday, so happy shout out to him.
Hey, he just turned 21.
Yeah, 2004.
He's playing 04.
He was born in 04. But he's from Dominican.
Brian, what are we doing, bro?
Dominican, so we signed him early. So, he did the whole sign at 15, so he was up at 19 type situation. Literally came up at 19, turned 20, I think, the day after his first game. Or the day before his first game, he turned 20.
That's ridiculous.
So, he's out for the season. Braxton Garrett is another starting pitcher that we have that got hurt because he has a dead arm. Never heard that in my life. But literally said his arm is dead. Still don't know what that is. So, whatever. Max Meyer makes the roster. First game, not bad. Gives up 2 runs. Both on home runs to Mike Trout. That's perfectly fine. We're talking about Michael Nelson Trout. We're talking about one of the greatest, if not the greatest player I've seen with my own 2 eyes. That isn't named Shohei Ohtani. And second game against the Cardinals gets the Marlins their first win. Gives up 1 run in 6 innings. Against the Braves.
Oh,
no, that was against the Cardinals. Against the Braves on Saturday. Gives up 1 run in 6 innings. Gets his second win, the Marlins' 3rd win of the season. Oh, you're going to AAA. I go, why? Why? We want to. Oh, they want to manage his load. Pause.
I was going to say pause.
Pause. Because essentially what basketball does with load management, right?
Yeah.
That's what they want to do. But they have the option of sending him down to the minor league.
Why not just sit him in
because
some of the games in the regular season?
No, pitchers don't play starting pitchers pitch every 5 games.
So what's the point of putting him in AAA?
Because they're throwing so hard. So he's going to pitch once a week in AAA, 3 innings max.
Mm-hmm.
So he still works, but in case they want to bring him back up, they ramp up his workload. Pause. I think it's stupid because then if you want to limit his innings, why have you let him go 6 innings? Why let him go 6 innings in his 3 starts in pro baseball?
Yeah.
Or not pro baseball because minor leagues is pro at the major league level.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Oh, because they know that they can manipulate his contract still because he has a year of minor league play left.
Is that included in the? Is it if you?
They can manipulate your contracts regardless, which is why a couple years ago, Chris Bryant, when he was coming up for the Cubs, shout out KB17, man, now 23, one of my favorite players. He stayed late. He didn't debut until April 17th, actually coming up tomorrow, which this episode comes out, which is my dad's birthday. So shout out to my dad. Happy birthday to him. Obviously, today when you're listening to this, but we're recording this yesterday. So
yeah, shout out.
Yeah. So shout out to him. His birthday's April 17th. Shout out Austin. Also April 17th. Shout out them. But he made his debut April 17th, so he was number 17, KB 17, and they did that because they got an extra year of contract control because he was in the minors for 2 full weeks in the minors and stuff like that. Some literally just business stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, so if you didn't want him to do that, why promote him? But then it's like if he's gonna do good and you drop him, it means you don't want to win because he's been proven he can handle this level.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're just saying, oh, you're doing too good, we want to send you down. How does that make sense?
Are they tanking this year or something?
No. Well, Derek Jeter wanted to spend money to get good players to come to Miami.
Yeah.
Bruce Sherman goes, I don't want to spend money. So then why own a baseball team?
And baseball
if you don't want to waste money, why own something that makes you spend money? Go do whatever you were doing in the wealth management field. Because you don't care. You don't care. Like, go over there. It's simple as that. Don't come into sports. Because then you're getting mad at Kim Eng when she's making all these trades and getting rid of all your prospects because she's getting players that are on bigger contracts because they're in the freaking pro level. Right?
Yeah.
And you want the prospects because they're making, $70K a year in Double A to play baseball. Right? Because the only big thing they had was their signing bonus. And now you're not paying them because, you want to be cheap. Oh, we can't waste money. We need to do this on a small payroll. Guess what small payroll does?
What?
Doesn't give you good players. Guess what not having good players does?
Makes you bad.
Makes you bad. Guess what makes you bad do? No, doesn't fill up stadiums.
Yep.
So how do you make money if your stadium's full? If your stadium's empty?
You can't.
How do you make money if people aren't buying your jerseys, aren't paying to watch your games because they're like, why am I going to waste money on watching this team play who just does, it's all the bad players?
Yeah.
No one. Why do you think the Oakland Athletics are leaving Oakland? Because Oakland wasn't going to the games because they didn't care.
Because it's been a cycle.
Because they didn't care.
Yeah.
So it's like we get to the playoffs last year, right, with not the biggest payroll, but with players that wanted it. Obviously, Sandy's hurt. Sandy has your biggest contract, a 5-year, $100 million deal. That's your biggest contract. No one else is making 9 figures. No one else is making 9 figures. Right? So you know what I read that they want to go find at the trade deadline?
What?
A catcher, first baseman, second baseman, shortstop, third base, left field, and right field. Yes, they want to keep their center fielder, Jazz Chisholm, and guess what he's going to say?
What?
Y'all going to trade everybody to build around me? Hell no. I want to win. No, get me out.
Yeah.
And what's he going to do? Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
He's just going to say he's hurt because that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would say I'm hurt just to not play.
Mm-hmm.
Or I would play so bad that I would literally force you to get me off your team.
Yeah.
I would force you to get me off my team. Off that team. Because
you don't fat suit like James Harden.
Because they don't want to win. Because they don't want to win.
Yeah.
Because all they want to do is get cheap players and then complain that the stadium's empty. Oh, I wonder why the stadium's empty, Bruce. Maybe because you don't care as an owner, right? Maybe because you don't freaking care.
Yeah.
And then, you can't fill up stadiums because all you have, like, I'm not saying Tim Anderson is bad. I'm not saying Jazz is bad. I'm not saying those players are bad, right?
Yeah.
But eventually you're going to need to get players that freaking mean something.
Yeah.
That are going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Because your biggest contract, aside from Sandy Alcantara, who's obviously hurt, so we're not going to discredit him because he won Cy Young a couple years ago, is Avisail Garcia on a 4-year, $44 million deal, and he hasn't hit over 200 in his 2 years with the Marlins. Mm-hmm. He's only played 80-something games because he's been hurt. I would have cut him. I don't care. I would have cut him. I don't care if I need to eat your contract. Because I would look, if I was freaking like, and then we want to get rid of Kim Eng because we want someone to be above her when all she wanted was to be the general manager.
Yeah.
So I would have looked him in the eye and say, do you want to win? Because you don't, because you're getting rid of me because you want to be cheap.
Yeah.
So it's like, you make it hard for like the announcers to be good because the team sucks. You make it hard for fans who want to go to the games because the team sucks. You make it hard for fans who want to even watch it on TV because the team sucks. You make it hard for fans to want to like, you know, pay for jerseys and stuff because the team sucks. And then since the tickets are cheap, since you want people to fill up the stadium, right? You got to charge for a personal pizza $15 for 4 slices.
Nah.
That's like 4 little triangles like this big.
Nah, bro.
Because they need to make money somehow.
Yeah.
To pay everybody. So it's like, you know what?
15 is insane.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a give and take, man.
Yeah.
The players gonna have to want you. You're gonna have to want the players, and they're gonna have to want to play for you.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, you don't want the players. There's my rant. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I had to say it.
I love the passion.
I had to say it because it's
we love a good rant on this podcast.
It's like day in, day out. Like I'm still gonna be a fan because it's a team that, you know, like it's the team I grew up watching. It's a team I have.
That's
right
why
there.
you're so mad. Is because you care so much.
Exactly. It's because it's just it pains me because it's a simple fix, and the owner just does not care. And we saw it happen after they lost in '99 or in 2000, whenever it was. They had a fire sale. The Marlins literally did a fire sale. And that's exactly what's going to happen at the trade deadline right now. We're going to overhaul on prospects that are just going to come up, and they're either going to be fantastic or they're going to be absolute dog water.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that I'm a Giants fan either.
Yeah, you're just going through the ringer right now. But there is light at the end of the tunnel at some point in the future. That's all I can give you. I know Danny Dimes went viral. Was it yesterday or the other day? Because he looked like he was on
the 1,000-yard stare.
He was high on something. Had to have been.
No, he was low on talent. That's what he was.
People are saying he normally looks like that. Is that true?
He does.
Why? But
he does.
really?
Someone said that he looks like Eli Manning, like the actor that will play Eli Manning in the Disney movie. And I've never seen anything more accurate.
I gotta agree.
Like, let me show you his Instagram.
That's what they said about Zach Wilson. They say it looks like he's playing a high school quarterback in a Disney movie too.
Yeah.
No,
look when he got drafted.
No, but it's like that's different because he was like intensely staring at every single person. Like he was hyper fixated and just locked on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how he.
Like I know his eyes are wide, but that was a different level. He looked almost scared. You know? Was it just me? I got that vibe.
Well, look at the eyes here in an ad.
Okay, yeah, that looks more like it.
His eyes are always open like that.
I don't know. It was a little unsettling. I was just wanting to ask, like, if you were okay, you know? But the biggest sports news this weekend was and it's crazy that I'm saying this. No disrespect, obviously, but, like, the WNBA Draft just happened. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this draft is probably going to get more looks than the NBA Draft this year because we just, like the draft class is so weak, and this WNBA Draft class was so stacked that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they put out an ESPN type of stat that would just be, like, you know.
More people watch this and compared to this. Like, yeah.
But I think, I want to read off the top 12 for those who don't know. Obviously, everybody and they mama, they cousin, they whoever knew Caitlin Clark was going to.
My dog can say that.
Yeah. They knew it.
Caitlin Clark, #1.
Indiana Fever, congrats. Bro, Cameron Brink, first of all.
Winter Soldier?
Bro.
Winter Soldier?
I'm just saying.
Bucky?
You know the gifs of people, like, climbing up trees, bro? Every post that she was in, comments. That was the comments, bro. I can't disagree.
Uppies. Mommy uppies. That's my favorite thing.
Did you know her and Steph were close like that?
You know that Steph is her god's brother.
I know.
Right?
I had no idea. Because I saw the picture and I thought it was edited.
I had heard it before.
I had never heard that. I thought that was dope.
They bring it up every time she's in the highlights.
I feel like that's something that would be milked way heavier, especially during March Madness and stuff. Like, I had never heard a single word about that.
I heard it before.
And I've heard of Cameron Brink for a while. But, bro, Chicago Sky getting Camila Cardoso.
Do you know that actually Steph Curry's parents, so Del Curry and Sonia, are her godparents? Yeah. And then her parents are, I think, Steph and I don't think they're Seth's, but I think they're Steph's godparents. They might be both.
And then
godparents. I think she's the godmother to
Riley.
I think to to one of them.
Yeah.
To one of the
I think
four.
it's Riley, but not Cannon, right?
Yeah, I think so. To one of the four. But it's like, yeah.
Well, who's two others? I don't even know their names.
Huh?
He has 4 kids? I just had 3.
He might just have 3.
I know it's Riley, Cannon. I don't know the...
That's crazy.
I know Cannon because I was just like, what kind of name is... Respectfully.
Steph Curry kids. Yeah, Riley, Ryan. Oh, yeah, and Cannon.
Who is Ryan?
The middle girl.
It's middle child. Nobody cares. No. I mean, that's why you haven't heard anything. Which one is Ryan? I have never seen...
Well, obviously, you can tell. Well, Cannon's clearly the boy.
You know, yeah. I've never
Riley's
seen...
obviously the biggest
I've never
one.
seen Ryan before.
What do you mean?
Nope. It's always Riley or Cannon, bro.
Look, this is them at the ESPYs a couple years ago.
Doug, I'm telling you, the camera only focuses on Riley because she's first or Cannon because he's the boy.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
Anyways.
And he knows all the Bronze kids. And, like, freaking nephews at this rate. Godchildren. Everything
how
about
could I
Bron.
not? Next 20 years, Bronny, the legacy continues.
Because he's your sunshine. Your only sunshine.
Bro, the I don't even want to get into that. That whole
Camila Cardoso.
I want to get back to that later.
Camila
That question for you.
Cardoso to
Yeah,
Chicago Sky and Angel Reese.
Bro,
Later.
That duo, yeah, that
Later.
injuries later. But what was it? Rickea Jackson going number 4 to the Sparks. I'm actually learning. All these names. You know what's crazy? I know some of these names because I've played as WNBA teams in 2K. Like, because I just got bored and I was like, I wonder what it's like to play as them.
You know you can.
I was Vegas for sure.
You know,
and I was just dark. Because come on.
Because Asia.
No, because Vegas is the best team in the league.
But do you know that now in the MLB you can make like a woman?
Really?
Yeah, like in Road. Do you know Road to the
It's
Show?
not.
Road to the Show.
It's allowed for women to play in
technically,
baseball, right?
yes.
They just don't. Cause,
It's the equivalent to.
You think anybody will?
No. It's the equivalent to my career.
Yeah.
Road to the Show. So you can make like a female and like Road
is
to
there
the
like
Show.
a cap on their max like throwing power?
Oh, I don't know.
Because
I don't have a PlayStation anymore. I haven't played since 22.
Oh yeah, you're a PC guy now.
Wow, I'm superior. That's what I am.
Yeah, no, literally, PC players are just so much better than everybody else.
Because
look at you not disagreeing though.
I can get hacks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Bro.
I don't have any. I don't have any. I swear.
You don't have all the exclusives that PlayStation has.
Yeah, like Spider-Man and Road to the Show. That's it.
Ghost of Tsushima, God of War. What are you talking about? There's way more, bro. And there's another one coming out.
I can do my homework. Or I game.
Okay, cool.
Superior.
You're supposed to separate game. You know what? We're getting off track. Let me get back to this. The Wings got J.C. Sheldon. Mystics got Aaliyah
I
Edwards.
thought you said the Wings guy.
The Dallas Wings. Oh, crazy that you say that. So last night, sorry, sidetrack. I saw this video today. I don't remember which hockey team it was, but they had red. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. But
the Blackhawks, the Devils.
There was whatever
Red Wings.
whatever big. I think it might have been
Detroit.
Whatever big game happened last night. I think it might have been Detroit. There was like
Technically, the Panthers have red.
There was a tying goal in like the end of the third period, and this guy he like Uber Eats like wings or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I saw that video.
And he got
it was the Red Wings. It was the Red Wings.
He got like so hyped the moment
they got he got
there, but it was because of the DoorDash driver thought it was because of hip, I guess.
Yeah,
and then
I
he was
saw
just
that
like,
video.
I saw that
video.
That was funny. And then he started cheering with him.
Yeah.
I
saw that video.
That was a nice moment. Angel Reese at 7. You think 7 was fair to her, to be honest. To Chicago, bro. Her and Cardoso.
Did you see what somebody said?
I did.
Do you want to say it or do I say it?
You could say it.
They called them the Twin Towers. Someone said, explain this in NBA terms, and they said, someone said, what'd they say? Prime, Duncan, and Oscar.
I saw that one. I saw it.
Duncan and Robertson, and then I swear, I know I didn't. I think I'm just saying this in my head, but I feel like somebody said Gobert and Cat.
I saw Boogie and AD.
I saw that one in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So I'm gonna ask you this though: if you got like on the same team, obviously I know like it's all competition. They don't actually hate each other. But if somebody just beat you in like the national championship and then you got on the same team as them like a month later, how would you feel?
A month later, bro. This is 2 weeks.
Or 2 weeks later. How would
This
you
is
feel?
2 weeks, dog.
Yeah, but they don't start playing for that's what. Yeah, how would you feel? Like you got to look at them every day and be like, you.
I don't know. I'd be a little bitter.
In the beginning, I'd be a little like.
Yeah.
Like we're cool, but like.
Because come next year when it's March Madness.
Yeah.
And South Carolina's back there again. Everyone's gonna look at Cardoso and then LSU like if they don't make it because they lost. Mm-hmm. They lose. Well, that's pretty much the only player they lose. So LSU could be right back in it. If it comes down to it again, where it's them two, and then it's like, oh. Are they going to be, like, rooting against each other or, like,
They definitely will be.
Like,
they're going
to be fine, bro.
They're loyal to their schools.
They're fine.
There's still a little beef.
They're fine, bro. There's nothing there. Like, everybody's there is just making it a bigger commotion than what it is.
And it's still funny, though.
Oh, of course.
Like, it'll be great for them, but it's still funny. And then the other thing I wanted to highlight, because I won't get into all of these, but, like, Daisha Fair falling to the second round I thought was kind of crazy. Because she's...
Third points most all time.
That's in second round?
Third most points all time. Jesus Christ.
I knew what you meant. I wasn't going to correct you.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I thought that was weird. Because I was like, she's one of the top names that I definitely heard of. Like, she's good.
Like, there's just no other way to describe her than a dog.
But, yeah, I'm not going to read up all of these, but,
Did you see Kate Martin was there to celebrate Caitlin Clark and ended up getting drafted?
But I feel like, she had to have being there, like, knowing she might get drafted,
I think, she knew she might, but it wasn't a for sure.
Mm-hmm. No, but that's cool. Good for her. And then...
It felt weird seeing Paige there, but not getting drafted.
I know.
It's like you should be there. Like, you should be top 5.
It's like you're the junior that hangs out with all the seniors, and, like, all your friends leave, and it's just you next year.
Well, she has Azzy.
No, I don't mean, like, on the team. I just mean, like, in general.
Yeah.
Because it's weird. But she did, like, essentially like a proud mom.
Yeah, she was recording all of them, smiling.
Nah, that was weird,
because Nico went second round.
She should have been up there with them. But anyway, she's getting her last eligibility year. So good for her. But this...
Did you see the video that went viral? Well, it didn't go viral, but I saw it. It was like they're talking about Caitlin Clark and all that, and she like put her head down. Yeah. And then they were like, she has to act like she can't hear us talking about us. And I was like,
is she loud?
I said, finally. I was like, I know when Jay Billis is describing who should be next pick. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I know that. Like, I know if I'm sitting right there, I'm gonna be like, listening to the whole like, are you gonna talk bad about me, or are you only gonna say, like?
She played it off well, because that's so awkward.
She laughed. Yeah, she laughed. She like, you could tell she was so nervous. It was like, they were like, oh, she's so humble. I'm like, she was not humble, bro. She was like nervous. Like, she was like, okay, yeah.
That was like, so awkward.
It's weird when you hear people talking about you.
I'm glad that she acknowledged it, because
that she laughed.
It just made it so much better. I don't know, because as an adult, like, if you're sitting there, like, if that was me, bro, like. There's no way I wouldn't look at them.
Oh, 100%. I'd be listening. I'd be trying to hear if you talk bad on my name. No disrespect. I'd just be like, like, you gonna talk trash? You talking trash or what?
You just sit there and just be like, yep, they're talking about me.
Yeah, you're just like,
Yeah. No, this WNBA season is definitely gonna. I think the Fever got so many. They moved a lot of their games to like primetime spots.
Like 80% of the game.
Ticket prices skyrocketed.
You saw that they almost sold out in Fever 22 jerseys?
No, I didn't. I did. Yeah.
I figured you would. They were like almost sold out in like almost every size, but like a few.
Bro, this is a good time. Women's sports is up. I mean, this WNBA season is definitely gonna. I always forget that it's like over the summer, which is strange, but like.
And another thing,
I think over the next couple of years, like this draft class is going to go down in history to like really elevated the game.
Oh yeah, sure. This is the 03.
Yeah.
This is the 03 NBA of theirs.
Yeah.
Did you see the whatchamacallit, the Indiana Fever players celebrating? They watched the draft, like they had the whole watch party.
No, I didn't.
They had 22
but
Clark
they had
jerseys.
To have known for
They
weeks.
had 22 Clark jerseys on deck. Bro, like they called Caitlin Clark and like 3 of them were sitting front row at the arena. They like get up and like cheer. Mm-hmm. Next clip, already like putting on like 22 jerseys.
Right, because
like,
they knew.
already.
They already knew.
I was like, Indiana like called her like a week ago and said, or like a month ago, you know we're drafting you, right?
Yeah, they got a generational talent.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're drafting you. Like, you don't gotta worry about you don't gotta worry about media. Nothing.
No.
Act like you don't know, but just know we're like, we got you.
Knew.
Your name's already in. We already wrote down on the paper your name.
Everybody knew. The moment they got that pick and that she declared, they were like, it's over.
They were like, oh,
it's over.
We got this one, boys.
Yeah.
We got this one, girls.
Gentlemen,
we got
them. What was I about to say? The ESPN stat of the day was, you see what they said about her fit? They were like, she's the first athlete to wear Prada.
Actually, she said it.
She said it?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I just saw them post it, and I was like, bro.
You know what?
This is what we're reporting?
I'm going to prove it to you. Yeah, go ahead.
Because that's cool. First of all, that's surprising. How has nobody worn Prada to, like, an event like that, like a draft? And second of all, like...
I watched the orange carpet.
You watched it?
I watched Cameron Brinks, yeah. I wanted to see what she was wearing.
I cannot blame you at all. I can't blame you.
I'm single.
Me too.
I can say it. We can say it.
We can say it, yeah. That was dabbing over. That was crazy.
Bro, it was done so poorly. Like, they just cut it off mid-talk. Like,
nah,
it took 7 minutes to start.
For real?
It went 7 minutes. Look at this. 8:40. And they're still there. Caitlin Clark rolled around. Ed Camilla first because she was there. They had... what do you call this? Did you see Rakea Jackson? She changed clothes since you mentioned her?
No, I didn't.
Bro, she changed her wardrobe from the orange carpet to like draft.
Nah, show me if you got a pic.
It's on Instagram.
Bro.
It's on ESPN Women, I think, or something like that.
I know what people say about Angel Reese. The fit was kind of fire. I'm not
her fit was tough.
The fit was fire.
Look, hold on.
You keep so much poise. What's or female for?
Here you go.
And no better way to start out with Caitlin. Yeah. And we have to talk about this outfit. Tell us all about it. The sparkles.
First time Prada's ever dressed a male or female for WNBA or NBA Draft. So.
See? She said it.
Yeah, okay. That makes it better.
She
I thought
it.
They just brought it up, and I was just like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I think this is the most we've ever talked about, like...
It is. It's the most anyone's talked about it, which is a good thing, but it's also strange. Because it's like... Because think about next year...
Caitlin Clark, she swapped her shoes.
So valid. Those shoes do not look comfortable at all. I don't know how women do it. Shout out to y'all, for real.
That was crazy.
I was not familiar with...
Bro, that was crazy.
And that's on camera forever.
I mean, it's not as bad as me, like what I've said, but it's just like the fact that you were.
I didn't.
Yeah,
that's
like
the first time that I'm seeing.
No, it's just that you were. But yeah, no. So the right one is what she wore to the orange carpet or to your left.
Yeah.
And then that's what she wore when she was like, at the tables getting, and when she got drafted.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. for sure.
Yeah.
Jacob McDougal. Quote of the year.
I'll let that be my quote of the year, bro. Y'all hating if you don't agree. I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
She's one of.
I was gonna say next year when Paige and Haley both get drafted too. Like everybody will be in. College still has a ton of people, but like that's.
Flau'jae goes next year, doesn't she? Or no, she's a sophomore, right?
I think.
So she has to go.
But what grade is Full Wiley too? Malaysia Full Wiley from South Carolina. She's tough. She gets drafted.
Flau'jae Johnson, rapper, bro. She's not a rapper.
Well, no, but Loki though, have you heard her freestyle?
Well, she can rap. I'm just saying she's a hooper, bro.
Yeah.
But she is. Oh, she was born 2003, so she should be a sophomore, I think. Yeah, she's a sophomore, so she's got 2 more years till she gets drafted. And who else you say?
I think Malaysia Full Wiley.
Oh yeah. My fault. Freshman. Yeah.
Hey. She's tough though.
Malaysia got 3 years till we can see her get drafted. Chloe Kitts. She's a sophomore, so she's got 2 more years. I know you know Chloe Kitts.
I do.
South Carolina.
I do.
All right. I do too.
I know you do. What are we doing? What is this doing?
I'm just saying. I'm familiar with her game, dog.
I'm familiar with her.
Post move is crazy. She played for USA U19.
What?
She's also I'm just gonna ignore that.
No,
she's
you're good.
she's also what do you call this? I do know she reclassified up early. Yeah. Chloe Kitts is like a 19-year-old sophomore, or like an 18-year-old sophomore, something like that. Like she was supposed to be a freshman, and she's a sophomore. Yeah.
What, a credits thing or probably?
I think she just enrolled early. Like she just graduated.
I thought it was funny how Caitlin Clark was like, I don't have to worry about school anymore. Like my life is purely hoops, and I was just like, that's so real. Because you do forget that they're actually like
Kids.
in college.
Yeah.
And she says she's like how she's graduating. Bro, can you imagine getting drafted before you graduate?
Yeah.
Like that's right now. If you got called to like the MLB and then you gotta still like walk the stage in a few weeks. That's
They
cool.
actually speaking of that, before we go on to NBA, Jack Leiter, who just got called up, shout out Jack Leiter. His uncle played, is he? I know the relation there, but I'm trying to remember if he's the son of, or not Mark Leiter, Jack Leiter. Why did I say Mark Leiter? Oh, you know why? That's his uncle, I'm pretty sure, or his dad. Okay, so his dad is the actual Al Leiter. Okay, so his uncle Mark Leiter played in the MLB as well. So his dad's actually Al Leiter. Shout out Al Leiter. Played for the Marlins. Jack Leiter just got called up. He got drafted by the Rangers in the first round, and didn't play. What would have been his first year in the pros for the half the year, because you get drafted in June, and then you would have obviously gone the rest of the season. He didn't play because he went back to school to graduate in the fall.
Yeah.
He went back to Vanderbilt as a student, no athlete, just a student, because he was a professional. And then finished his last semester in the fall, and then graduated in December, and then started playing the next year in the spring when baseball came back.
Dang. Bro.
Yeah, he just went back to school to graduate, didn't play, because he asked and they let him. Yeah.
Shout out to him.
They
That's
let him
smart.
finished it, so he has a degree. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought it was funny though. But yeah, basketball is hype right now. On to the NBA. We have the play-in tournament starting tonight. I want to get your thoughts on this whole. So, I don't know. It's weird because I'll acknowledge it's only the Lakers when they talk about stuff like this. But the whole should they lose?
Oh yeah, to not face
avoid
the Nuggets.
Denver, because we know Denver is their kryptonite. But they also haven't.
Denver's everybody's kryptonite.
Yeah, they also haven't beat Sacramento in 8 of their last 10 or something like that.
Who, LA?
Yeah, they've lost to Sacramento a lot this year. So I thought I personally think it was stupid because all the guys on that team, they probably want Denver at this point. They've lost them so many times, they want to prove that they can beat them. They're not going to.
LA, New Orleans, right? Sorry. Yeah. And then Sacramento, Golden State.
Because OKC locked up the 1 seed, so if they lost and then got the 8, they would play OKC, and I like them against OKC in a full series because they're younger and the Lakers have experience. All that, I get it. But I also think losing on purpose and then risking a chance to lose the second game potentially too, being dodging a team like that just doesn't seem like the guys. The vibe, also that would just
that would just ruin
weak.
So many fans. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just weak. They
have to play the Denver at some point anyways. So either you play in first round or you play Western
Conference
Conference
Conference Finals, Denver's probably going to be there, and then it's going to be
honestly play them earlier while you're more
you're not as tired.
Because they're. I think they're obviously not going to do that. They're going to try to win their game.
Oh, of
Go
course they're going to try and
17,
win.
Play them at 2.
And then
First of all, Denver selling the 1 seed when they had the 1 pretty much all season was crazy to me. But shout out OKC. Do you think Shea is MVP?
No.
Who do you think?
My honest pick.
My pick is Luka.
It's Luka or Jokic.
Mm-hmm. Luka scoring title, averaging 33.6 points a game.
Luka not playing for the Mavericks makes them a bottom seeded team.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And if we're going to go based off of most valuable player, which is you take him out of that team and that team is not valuable, right?
Mm-hmm.
It goes there. Which is the same thing I think we had this conversation back in the fall, which is with Jordan Travis in Florida State, even though I hate Florida State as a UM fan. But they said that the reason they got snubbed is because they don't have that valuable player no more in the quarterback because Jordan Travis got hurt. So if he was the most valuable player, he should have won Heisman and he didn't win it.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna go to Jokic. Well, JJ Redick said why he voted for Jokic.
I
didn't hear why, but I just saw he said it.
Luka is deserving.
I just think Luka needs it.
Like, what more does he have to do?
Win.
I mean, for his career, yes, but to get an MVP, because
it's a regular season award.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't. He elevated his game. He continues to do it every single year. He makes the game look so easy. And like you said, without him on that team, they're not doing anything. I think it's about time, to be honest. But whoever they give it to.
But who are we to say?
The thing about Shea is like they are the number 1 seed. They're a super young team. They're basically an AAU team that made it to the top of the West.
He led a bunch of kids that will be seniors in college.
Yeah.
Or juniors or sophomores or whatever. Because he's the oldest player on the team.
And he's literally unguardable.
Not the oldest player on the team, but he's one of the oldest players on the team.
So,
which is crazy that they probably think he's a vet, and he's like, bro, I'm not even a vet.
He's not.
He's like, bro, I've been here for like 6 years only, like 5 years in the league, bro. Chill.
Nah, but the way his game is elevated, and the way he plays, you would say that he's a vet for sure.
A lot of people would say he's, foul merchant, Hey.
I mean,
hey.
I know I talked about this before, though. I think
actually
he's one of the smoothest players in the league,
He has a really deep voice. He'd be like,
No, he does have a deep voice.
That's probably how he screams when he gets fouled.
No, but I still want to, talking about the Mavs, though, I think, because they were talking about the best duos in the league right now. The way they've been playing, I got to go with Luka and Kyrie.
That's because you like Kyrie.
Obviously, but also look at the numbers.
It's crazy. The
people said this
team
wouldn't work, and I think I might have been one of those people who was like, I don't know, because they're both ball dominant. Like, last season, it was towards the middle of the year when it happened, and then, the end of the season, it was rough, but now they got a couple more players. They got the thing is they're playing defense, which is something the Mavs have not.
I don't think Luka's playing that much defense.
Luka isn't playing that, but the rest of the team is. And that's something the Mavs haven't been doing the last couple of years, which has lost them games. So, the energy is there. Obviously, the guys are able to score on offense, and they're locking up when they can. They don't do it every game. The other night, they lost by a huge margin, but because 9 of their starters were out. So,
yeah. They played a Grizzly type of game there.
The moment everybody was out, I was they're going to lose, and that wasn't even a big deal. I don't know. I think they're a sleeper in the playoffs. I really like that team. I like the.
Did you
they
see
turned
what?
Up the end of the season.
Did you see what Draymond said?
No, what did he say?
He said that the Clippers should start Russell to guard Kyrie. What do you think about that?
I don't think Russ wants to start. He said he's the best 6th man in the league. Right? He said no one else is coming off the bench better than him, and what they have is working right now. I don't think Russ is going to lock up Kyrie either. I don't think anybody's locking up Kyrie, to be honest. He might.
He never said. I don't think he said that they lock him up. I just said that
he might slow him down early, but I really don't.
And if they start,
because if you focus your defense on Kyrie, you got to worry about Luka, who's going to score on anyone. And if you focus vice versa, you know what I mean?
Well, they probably have Kawhi on him.
I still don't think
Kawhi's probably going to guard Luka, or you want someone faster, probably PG.
I think what they
because you're looking at guys that play they
play defense.
Have always been known for above average. Because PG was always
I think it'll be a case of good defense, better offense.
He was
potentially.
always a dual threat. Yeah.
If they can
I'm not disagreeing.
If they can isolate the 2 and then lock up the rest of the team, because obviously 2 guys can't beat 5, then that's how the Clippers will.
I was just asking because I know you're obviously Kyrie's.
I know I said.
I would say Kyrie's your favorite player. LeBron's your GOAT. There's a difference. Kyrie's your favorite player.
Kyrie was part of the reason I fell in love with the game. But LeBron's
it's that's why I was like, oh, do you think as someone who watched basketball, do you think they Tyronn Lue should start? I guess I see obviously you have a past MVP, a former once MVP coming off the bench, which is literally crazy to think about, but it's
my thing is why disrupt the flow of what they have? Mm-hmm. Because if they do that and it doesn't work, it could put them down in a 2-0 hole early. You know what I mean? And then you're fighting uphill, and you switch back to him coming off the bench. So why not do what you have? I mean, I'm not an NBA coach, but I'm just saying, why not do what you have that's working and then make those adjustments in real time?
That's what I was asking, because Draymond said it. We're we know that people that watch the sport know that Draymond is.
Yeah, I mean, he's super intelligent. If Draymond probably. I mean, there's definitely a valid point to it, but I don't know. I think that series is going to be really good, though. Who did the Suns... Let me look up these matchups, bro. The play-in matchups are going to be fun.
The Suns are 6, right?
No, they're not good. Yeah, they're not in the play-in.
No, I know that the next play-in is Sacramento and Golden State.
Yeah, we got Lakers Pels at 7:30. Warriors Kings. Last year, that series was. I mean, do you remember Game 7? Steph dropped 50. I watched that happen, and I was just like, I couldn't even believe it. Like, there's no.
Why is it that? Well, the Lakers host, right?
I believe so.
The Lakers are 7.
Yeah.
Why does a 7-8 play before the 9-10? Like the 9-10 gets to know at least who they're gonna play against like right before the game. Like, I feel like shouldn't it be the other way around? Thinking like the higher seed plays later. That's just me. I mean, I'm just
7:30 for the NBA is like
prime time.
Prime
but
time.
It's 4:30 in LA.
True, and then
they're not in New Orleans.
It's 7 for Warriors Kings in California because it's 10 p.m. here.
Yeah. So, no, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying like you would assume that the 4:30 game would be like.
I didn't think about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Everyone bases it off the East Coast time, so like it's prime time here, but there it is mad early. Like,
but I'm just saying like because it always goes off in New York. We go off New York time. It's just that like, wouldn't you just assume? You know how usually like the 1 seed plays last or whatever.
Yeah.
So wouldn't the 7-8 game be the later game and then the 9-10 be
I
the
see your
first
point.
game?
I see your point.
That's just me.
The thing is, they're based off New York. Well, no, but people would still stay up late to watch.
No, but still, it doesn't matter. I'm just talking about why is it that the Warriors and the Kings play second, and like the Heat and Philly play first, and then it's like
it could be because the
Hawks and Bulls play.
The market
second.
of that game is like that's more of a
West Coast
rivalry game than like Lakers Pelicans is like Western Conference.
But Pelicans are more central.
Yeah, they just played them and they just whooped them in the end of the season. Hopefully we'll see how that goes again. LeBron also racking up 17 assists or whatever. I'll get to that in a second. Best believe I didn't forget about that. But Warriors Kings, based off of what happened last year, based off like how often they play each other, I think that's probably why. Like that's a marquee game. That's a big matchup.
No, I know.
And then tomorrow we got Heat Sixers and Hawks Bulls. Let's see Jimmy Butler drop 50 tomorrow because he
freaking need it. Yeah. Terry Rozier's out. They just announced it.
And a healthy Embiid is back.
They just announced Rozier's not playing tomorrow.
How do you feel about that game tomorrow?
Oh, we're probably gonna lose.
If you lose, you play one more, right?
Yeah, we play the winner of the Hawks Bulls because we're the 7-8 game.
Yeah, you probably.
It's just we're probably gonna lose just because I don't know. Jimmy hasn't been. I don't understand Jimmy. I really don't.
And he acknowledges too that playoffs is when he wants to go off. But I don't know why he doesn't do that.
No, I know, but then it's like, oh, we're always comfortable with where we're at. You're not. You're never now, because you win more, right?
Yeah.
You win more when you play in Miami. Which obviously they're gonna deny it because the two times they've been to the finals, one was the bubble, and it was last year, when they were the 8th seed and they were the first 8th seed to go all the way to the finals. But 2 years ago they had the 1 seed. People forget about that. They had the 1 seed.
Yeah.
2 years ago, because the last time before last year that they were the 8th seed, they played Milwaukee and got beat in 4 straight.
Was it 2 years ago that Jimmy took that shot in the end of the fourth quarter, like the 3?
The 22, yeah. In Boston. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll never forget. I was in Fort Myers.
I was watching that too.
I was in Fort Myers. Both my best friends were there. Sergio's brother was there with us because my parents got in a house. My parents were there. My brothers also there with my nephew, niece, and his wife. Yeah. But all 4 of us had the game on the TV, and we see Jimmy pull up and miss the running 3. Because that was to win the game. If he would have hit a 2, he would have tied it and it would have gone to OT.
Yeah, because I think it was either 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 with Al Horford, I believe. And he pulled up, and I was just like if he hits that, he's a hero. It's like Jimmy Butler's him, and then he missed, and it's just like,
That's a one you want Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero taking.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this rate, Bam, bro. He's like one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
Yeah, no, Bam is tough. I was listening to... It's funny you bring him up. I was listening to Mind the Game earlier today, like the last episode, not the one that just came out, like episode 3. And they were talking about Bam and how big is in the league now versus back then, where are bringing the ball up and pushing the pace of the game. And they mentioned Bam as one of the best guys to do that because, like you said, he's a point guard, trapped in.
That's what Michael
body.
Beasley said. Yeah, that's what Michael Beasley said. Mm-hmm. Only person to beat Beasley 1-on-1, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Crazy because he beat Braun in 1-on-1.
I mean, bro, those guys are legit.
Oh, I'm not saying that Braun is that was one of the things this was, this was prime Braun. We were I'm not saying Braun is still in his prime, but I'm saying this was Braun that could jump out the gym. You know what I'm saying? Could drop 80 if he really wanted to, and it was Beasley went 1-on-1 because everybody remembers Beasley was Beasley was just so skilled for a lefty that it was crazy. And then Bam, like, people don't realize that Bam can do that because Bam just doesn't want to. Like, and it's the same thing. That's what pissed me off. They don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Tyler Hero came back, instantly put up 20 shots. He's like, I'm going to get my shots. He's like, I'm a shooter. I'm going to shoot.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's like, oh, I'm going to just take 5 shots. I'm going to take 8 shots today because, this game doesn't really matter. Next thing you know, they lose today, they lose tomorrow, they lose the next one, and then it's like, it's going to fall on him because it's like, you're the main player, you're the star player of the team,
Mm-hmm.
you're the max player.
Yeah.
Play like a goddamn max player.
No, your best guy shouldn't be taking 8 shots.
Don't choose when you want to play.
Yeah.
Play every day.
Because that's what gets them in the consistent, like, 8 seed spot, and then they got to fight their way all the way through, which they can, but, like, I don't think they're making it past New York or anything this year. Like, the Knicks are on one this year, for sure. Like, they're scary.
But Jalen Brunson is giving his all every game.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo, Hart, they're giving it their all every game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
shout out to Josh Hart, man. He was one of those guys that for a while was just like, it's all right. You know what I mean? Like, he was just there. Good. But no, he's for real.
And then it's like, Jimmy's just like, oh, I'll play good today. I'm going to take the week off. I don't want to play today. And it's like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to play or not? Like, because, like, do you want to play? Because if I'm Bam, I'm being the player on that team. I'm going to say, all right. And if I'm Bam, I'm getting up 25, 30 shots a game.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you don't want to. If you're like, he's trying to get Jimmy. Jimmy's like, no, all right, screw you. I'm going to play like, I'm going to be the king of this team. You're not going to lead this team. I'm going to lead this team. He's already the one that brings the ball down anyways. We run the offense. The offense is ran through Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
Where it's like, how does a player who just came from a new team putting up 24 shots a game, right, and the star players over here putting up 8, like Terry Rozier should not be the one putting up 24. I'm going to let Scary Terry put up 24 because we know what Terry's capable of. Mm-hmm. But it's like, Jimmy, what are we doing? But then it's like, you can't say anything because then come playoffs, he's going to drop 54 on the number 1 seed, and then you're like, where was this the whole season? And then it's a constant, it's a back and forth, it's a circle. It's a cowboy cycle, that this is our year.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott's the greatest quarterback, and then it's like,
the Cowboys are in shambles right now.
They lose, and then it's like the thing restarts,
You hear about CD and Justin Jefferson not showing up to OTAs or something like that. Like, they're looking at, let me read this because my friend is a Cowboys fan.
Shout out the Giants. Every player showed up.
Nah, bro, the Cowboys are cooked. They're just not making any right moves right now. I can't scroll up and find it. But if CD wants out of there, that's how you know it's bad. Yeah. Now, I know you might have heard that Brandon Ayuk has requested a trade.
No, I did not.
This might not be real though.
I know he wanted.
It says 2 days ago. It said he mentioned the Cowboys, the Steelers, and the Giants. But I'm like, why would you leave a super team for?
Because he wants to get paid.
But bro, they have a chance every year to go to the Super Bowl and win. Why leave that? I don't understand. I don't like when athletes do that.
49ers Brandon Ayuk isn't getting traded per reporter.
Yeah, I was like, that was weird. That
Panthers favorites. Among favorites to land Brandon Ayuk. Like, why would you go from?
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like Adam Thielen went from the Vikings. They weren't like huge, but they were way better. And then he went to the Panthers, and they had like one of the worst seasons. But I wanted to get.
It was because of him. I'm just kidding.
Shout out Adam Thielen.
Nah, he cooked.
I hated him for a while because he ruined our playoff chances in 2019. But when he was on the Vikings, but as a sleeper pick in fantasy football last semester, I'm sure I talked about him on here. He gave me great numbers for like half the season. No, most of the season. He was good. Because I was like, he's going to be wide receiver 1. I know they have DJ Moore, but Thielen is like a vet. And then he put up numbers. So I wanted to talk about the end of the year and kind of calling back to Summer League when everybody, except me, I didn't think so. They thought Wemby was going to he was going to be a bust and he was going to be terrible. And I was like, yo, one game, you're judging this man's whole career trajectory off of one game.
Yeah.
Everybody, and I know I sent it to you, but I want to read his final numbers. He led the rookies. He's obviously rookie of the year. Chet, their 1 seed, Chet played well, but like what he was doing, 21 points a game, and this is all on limited minutes. I think it's an average like under 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, he did not play 30.
Yeah.
I think he was at 25.5.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He 21 points a game, total points 1,500, and Chet was second with 1,357.
But Chet played every game.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like,
which is crazy to think about before you go in. Like Chet not playing a game because of injury and coming back and playing every single game.
He wasn't the only one.
Well, Buddy Hield played 84.
Yeah, and then
Mikal Bridges for the sixth
years in a row.
Yeah.
Every single
I think he
game.
played every game at Villanova that he was into.
People are like, that Chipotle is working, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, dog. Mom, I'm telling you, man. Don't get mad at me.
Scooter Henderson, shout out to him for leading in assists and total assists. That was cool. But Wemby still, as a 7'4" center, was top 4 in assists per game and top 3 in. He was top 3 in total assists.
Bro said, "That's cool, but whatever. You're not Wemby."
I mean, bro.
He was the second overall pick, man.
I know, but anyway.
No, I know. It's just funny that you said it.
Scoop.
It's just funny
but
the way you said
Wemby leading with 10 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Total rebounds 755 versus Chet 648 at the 2 spot.
He was second in steals.
He was second in steals by 0.1.
Oh, it was 0.1? I thought it was more.
Amen Thompson, it was 1.3 to 1.2.
Oh, okay. I read that as 2.1 to 1.3.
Nah, it was 1.3 to 1.2. And then total steals, he led in total steals even though he didn't lead in steals per game with 88.
He played more.
Yeah.
Amen got hurt, remember?
Yeah. Obviously, he led in blocks per game. I think he led the league in blocks this year.
I think so.
As a rookie.
Yeah. And
everyone who says, "Oh, you're 7'4", you're supposed to be blocking like that." Like Boban is like 7'2".
Boban doesn't play.
I know, but Boban
plays a total of 25 minutes.
I'm just saying all the other guys that have been.
Nah, but Boban the GOAT. Don't say that.
No, I'm not disrespecting. I'm not disrespecting Boban. I love Boban.
Did you see him miss the free throw on purpose?
Shout out to him. I'm just saying the guys that have been that tall before and haven't gotten the blocks.
Yes, he did.
It shows that it's not that simple.
3.6 blocks a game. He led the league. Second was Walker Kessler, 2.4, tied with Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
And then tied for fourth was Anthony Davis and Chet Holmgren with 2.3.
Mm-hmm. And then he, total blocks 254 versus Chet's 190. 254.
He was eighth in rebounds. Like in the league.
And this is the worst version we're going to see of him.
Yeah. It's
barring injury. We're cooked. The league is cooked. If he keeps it up like this, and he said, I'm only at 15% of where I want to be. 15%? People were like, yo, he's probably going to be averaging 80 points and 80 rebounds and 60 assists.
Yeah, he was 22nd in steals. Obviously first in blocks.
I think if you do the math,
he was second in turnovers.
Yeah.
Luka leads the.
No, if you actually do the math based on what he said.
How many points did you say Luka averaged?
They said 33.6.
33.9. Basically, give him 4. Give him 34. Yeah. Wemby was 30th in points per game. At 21.4. Above Jamal Murray. Shout out Şengün.
Yeah, Şengün's a dog.
21.1. More than Brandon Ingram. More than Jimmy Butler. More than Tyrese. More than Terry. More than Sabonis. More than Adebayo. More than J-Dub. He had more than a lot of people. Cam Thomas averaged 22.5. Shout out Cam Thomas, dog. I didn't even know he averaged 22.5.
Me neither, bro.
Shout out Cam Thomas, man. For real, he the GOAT. Ain't shit funny. Got fined $50K for that. Or whatever it was.
But it's real, though.
Nah, he was so true.
Yeah,
at the time of your life?
No, oh my God. If he keeps this up, it's going to be fun to watch, but we're done. And then the Spurs, if they draft somebody or trade for somebody good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When Wemby gets a ring,
but they're what, third? Oh, they got to play the lottery now, right? Too.
I think so.
They don't have the worst record though.
No, because they started winning a good amount at the end of the season.
So they're what, third worst record? Fourth worst? What am I saying, bro? The Pistons don't exist.
And the Wizards.
Yeah,
those are definitely the bottom two.
I'm tripping. They have a chance to get one though. It's a lottery.
You know what's funny? I follow. Speaking of the Wizards, bro, I follow some DMV pages and DC pages from
hometown. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and Kuz put out a tweet saying he was staying in DC for part of the summer and what are some spots or whatever. Everybody in the comments is like,
the gym.
They're like, nigga, get out of here, bro. We don't want you here. The DC is not for you. You suck. Go get in the gym, bro. They said, go back home. Find the gym. Crazy. Only 2 people left the food suggestion. Everybody was like,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
What?
Back home for him is where the worst team plays. It's Flint, Michigan.
They said, bro, go home. Nobody wants you here. Like, DC is not the spot for you, fam.
Go back to, what is it, Winnie Harlow, right?
Something like that. I don't know where Cruz is from.
No. He's from Flint, Michigan. I'm talking about his girlfriend. The model with the...
Oh, yeah.
With the, what's the thing called? What's the condition called?
Alopecia? What are you talking about?
No.
Is
She's
it a
like...
skin thing?
Yeah, she's like the one that she like...
Vitiligo or something?
That one. I think
I don't
it's
know
what
why I
it's
said
called.
I was just guessing.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like...
It's
like when you're like...
Jada
You got like the like... I don't know.
Like the skin. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Now, before we get out of here.
Oh, she's Canadian. I didn't even know that.
Do you think this was the...
Yeah. That's what it is.
This is what I was talking about before. Yeah. Because... Nah, shout out. I was watching the Boondocks the other night. I just completely off topic. But, oh my God, why am I forgetting his name? Not Stink Meter, the racist dude. Like
in real life?
No, have you seen the Boondocks before?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, I'm also white and Hispanic.
Okay, everybody's seen the show. This show.
I know the show you're talking about, but I don't know obviously I know the Boondocks. I don't know the names of the characters. I don't watch it.
Riley, Huey, Uncle Ruckus. You've heard of Uncle
that one.
Ruckus before.
Yeah. Well.
He says he has revitiligo.
Like a moth to a flame.
Yeah, no, he says he has revitiligo, which is like he's a black man but claims to be white. He has revitiligo as like a skin condition, so it makes him look black. Another thing about him, they did a DNA test in the show. He's 104% African American.
104, just to let you know.
104%.
Just to let you know. Well, I mean, technically,
bro,
could be white though.
He was broken when he found out.
White. Did they specify what part of the continent he's from?
Doug, he's the darkest man in the show.
I know, but still, you never know. What if he was?
No, he's more African than anybody else, bro. And he
listen.
did not have
That's what people say, bro. But South Africans are literally, you know.
But South Africans were colonized by the British, and that's why they're white.
Well, I'm just saying they're still white. I was trying to find something white, like as white as that.
He's not at all. 104%.
No, but that was just to make sure. That was to let him know you are nowhere near 104.
No, dog, that show is hilarious, bro.
No, I know it's funny. I just haven't watched it.
I wanted to say, because people were saying, they say this every year, but was this the funniest NBA season that we've had yet?
Funniest?
Because you think about all the stuff that's happened. I think it was like James Harden trying to block Kawhi's shot. You had Draymond.
It wasn't funny.
Had Draymond choking people out.
I think it's the most. Right. I think it was the most unpredictable and out of pocket NBA
Black
season.
Dick, bro. You're telling me that's hilarious. That
was the last name, by the way. We don't curse.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was
a black name.
Grady Dick and I forget the other guy.
Anthony Black, and
they jersey swapped.
No, it was fantastic.
Best jersey swap.
It was fantastic. What else happened? It was out of pocket. It was a lot of out-of-pocket stuff.
Like the still of Draymond. First of all,
with Rudy Gobert.
That's one of the funniest things.
Rudy Gobert going.
He literally has. Like, come on, bro.
There's that. Then there was Oh my God. Oh well. First of all, Miles Bridges came back.
How does he have a job?
I don't know how he has a job.
Jonte
Porter. None of us. Did you know he was Michael Porter Jr.'s brother?
No.
I didn't either until they said that Michael Porter Jr.'s brother going to be suspended for betting. And I was like, wait a minute. I said, you have a brother?
Look at what I just sent you on Instagram. These are all the slides. This is where it came from, bro. Nah, because this season had some funny moments, bro. I'm not going to lie.
This quote by Bobo.
The quote by Bobo, you had the moment with Kelly.
The Kelly
Oubre moment. Like, I think it's fair.
Oh yeah, the Bulls trying to the alley oop. Yeah, I remember that. Draymond Green, Harden, Draymond. Oh, this was crazy. This was crazy. He was so. It's a good thing he's freaking. It's a good thing he's a military person. Nah, it was out of pocket. It was definitely out of pocket, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was like a
Nah, there was definitely. I think either last year or the year before was funnier overall.
Yeah.
But before we get out of here, because I do have to go, I want to bring up my glorious the King.
Go for it. Go
21st season, year 21.
Go ahead and rant. Go ahead.
Year 21.
Spill.
39. He's 39, but year 21.
Yeah.
These are the season averages, bro. 25 points a game again. He hasn't averaged under 25 points in I don't even know how long. 7.3 rebounds a game, 8.3 assists, shooting 54% from the field and 41 from 3. Steph shot 40%. Now, of course, it was on more shots.
How many more shots did Steph
probably
take?
a lot. But I'm just saying, he was never earlier in his career a three-point shooter.
Never said he wasn't. I'm not saying those are bad numbers.
I'm just saying to be able to flip his game like that at this point where he's this old and he can shoot that 3 ball and he's actually a threat from the 3. Like, you know a LeBron heat check is coming when he looks down at that basketball, you know? Or when he just pulls up from half court. But, like, I'm just saying, nobody else is doing that. 20th straight year scoring for 25 plus.
Stephen Curry averaged 11.8 3-point attempts a game, right? I'm just saying.
Career high in his 3-point shooting, and I think first player in NBA history to average
LeBron averaged 5.
40%.
LeBron averaged 5.
Okay.
3-point attempts.
I'm just
saying.
I'm not saying
calling out Stephen Curry like that is crazy.
That's just the stat that they've been putting up, bro.
Is it still okay? Are you gonna sit here
I'm not
and
saying
say he's a better 3-point shooter than Stephen Curry? Than Wardell Stephen Curry?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Okay.
I just need this to be noted because this is career high 3-point percentage at 39 in year 21. Everybody else that played this long.
Don't forget to zip it up.
No. I won't.
I respect that.
I won't.
Me with
every
Bryce
other
Harper.
star that played this long did not have
me with
those
Bryce
numbers.
Harper.
Exactly. Like.
Yeah, you heard that, ladies and gentlemen? You heard that? He just said Jordan sucks.
Bro.
He also said Kobe sucks because Kobe didn't shoot that good his last season.
Let me tell you something.
Actually, Kobe never made it to 21 seasons, did he?
No, he
played 19. Oh, you tried at 20.
Yeah.
That was 19.
I have a Jordan poster in my dorm. Like I have it on my wall. I talked about this, and one of my friends walked in my room and saw that. He was like, "How can you claim to be a LeBron fan? You can like both. Like, just because I'm saying he's number 2 doesn't mean the same way that Stephen A. Smith says this about Bron. Because I'm saying he's number 2 doesn't mean I hate him. I think Jordan's amazing, bro, phenomenal. The poster is sick, and plus it was like $5 at Walmart.
That's why. He would never pay $5 for a LeBron poster. He'd say that's a disgrace.
No, I would.
He said that's a disgrace.
Now,
they deserve to be paid more.
Did I look up some LeBron ones on Amazon? Absolutely, but none of them caught my eye. But again, shout out to both. They're both great. I don't hate one just because I love the other. I hate the fans of them that make it annoying to like them. You know what I mean? In the same way that like we said it before, I got nothing against for example, Taylor Swift. Nothing against her, but her fans make it annoying. So I got nothing against Jordan.
She don't got fans, bro. She has followers. She has a cult.
It's nothing against Jordan. It's all the unks and old heads that make him annoying. You know what I mean?
You have no idea how good Tim Duncan. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyways, that's all I wanted to get into.
Shout out Uncle.
Bronze ago. Shout out. And also shout out Blake Griffin.
He just retired.
Even though I thought he already retired.
I thought he retired over the offseason.
My group chat was like, "Yo, bro, we're still playing." Like,
I thought he called it quits. I thought he was done too. Damn. But yeah, shout out Blake Griffin. Griffin. Still jumped over the Kia. I'll never forget. I was looking at his Lob City highlights and what a time, bro. Nah, I'll never forget when Blake Griffin got a tech for high-fiving his teammate. You know which clip I'm talking about? Tech. Bro, they were like, huh? No sense. They said it's because they high-fived over the player. I said, what are you? That's so bro, dumb. High-fived his teammate, got a tech. Anyways, and never forget the Lana Rhodes, you know. What? Oh! The baby thing. Yeah, the whole baby thing that he had when he was in. Yeah. I forgot about that, bro. I saw it the other day. That's why I know. That's why it was in my head. I saw it the other day. That's a good one. We gotta go. This is season 2, episode 24 of the Players Club podcast. We will see you guys next week. Later. Peace.